what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Come on, Scott, do we have to get into this tonight?
You don't have to get into anything. Go on home.
Scott, don't you think you ought to at least sleep on this before you throw away your entire medical career?
You can't throw away something you never had. You're in my way.
You're in your own way, Scott. Come on, this isn't the time or the place to be making decisions that could turn out to be irrevocable.
The decision was already made. Your father fired me, remember?
Words can be taken back, Scott. He was angry, you were angry.
That doesn't mean it doesn't count. Look, will you stop thinking like a shrink for once, all right?
You know what, can I remind you something about your father?
You are walking on a very
Scott, you
thin
know
line
what?
right
He
now.
loved you, and you know he loved you. But you and I both know he never wanted you to become a doctor. He made you feel that the only way you could be a man is by working with your hands and fighting with your hands. Scott, you fought that mentality your whole life. At least that's what you've always been telling me. What about now? Huh? Is finally letting your father call the shots the only way you can honor him?
That is a lot of crap. Anyway, what's done can't be undone.
Yes, it can, Scott. If you apologize to my father and ask for your residency back.
Previous identification of suspect now in custody is incorrect. I repeat, original suspect.
Let me jump in. This is Castillo. I want you to send a car immediately to my house. That's 711 Paseo del Mar. If what we have here is a decoy situation, my wife could be a target. I'm on my way.
I'm alive. I'm okay.
Somebody chasing you?
How long have you been here?
That's a good question. About an hour and a half. Almost had some run here.
How'd you get in?
I don't know. Some guy. He was looking for you, too. Two of them.
Oh, yeah. They're business partners. People I knew in Bangkok. I was expecting them.
Do I have the wrong night here? I thought we were supposed to have dinner and talk finances.
Oh, Ted, I am so sorry. Of course, here it is in black and white, and I still... I'm very sorry, Ted. Can we make it tomorrow night?
Yeah, that's fine. Why don't you just call, and we'll schedule it.
Good, I'll do that. Ted, wait a minute. Wait, why don't you leave the stock prospectuses with me? I'll take a look at them, and I'll call you. We'll talk about them by phone, okay? How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. It's not too much trouble, right?
No, not at all. I'm really sorry. I forgot all about it. You give your family my best, will you?
Hey, you just take care, right?
It's all right. Come on in.
Thought we ought to cool it till you got rid of him.
Yeah, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. It's been a busy night, but there's still one thing left to do. And I need the two of you to help me do it.
number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number and try the operator if you need assistance. The number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number and try the operator if you need assistance.
Car 308, this is Castillo. Any word yet on that squad car you sent to my house?
Nothing yet, Cruz.
10-4. Don't slow down, John. Run it.
Hang on.
You know, Heather, for a smart lady, you don't know very much, do you?
Why?
Is that the kind of man you want?
We're not talking about what I want,
The kind
Scott.
who crawls when you say crawl?
Scott,
or the
what are
kind
you
who
gonna-
can't
what are
stand
you
up
gonna
for
do
anything without
instead,
going back
Scott?
on it? Or how about the kind of guy who can't
Answer
stand up
me,
to daddy?
Scott. What are you going to do instead? You can't get credentialed until you finish your residency, so what are you going to do? Go work on an oil rig?
I could do a hell of a lot worse,
You
believe
get
me.
that chip off your shoulder, Scott. You're a doctor. It's what you love. You've worked the last 7 years of your life with that one thought in mind. All right, maybe you're not sorry. Maybe you wish you would have broken my father's neck, but I happen to think that he understands and that he'd be willing to reinstate you if you would just go to him.
Well, we'll never know, will we?
Why, Scott? Why? Is 5 minutes of embarrassment such a terrible price to pay for
You know what
wanting
your
to hold
problem
on to
is?
your future?
You know what your problem is?
We're not talking about me.
Well, I am talking about you. You know, you psychiatrists, you think that you can rise above your medical training and see the big picture. The whole human being, inside and out. Well, that is a crock. Instead of feeling that atomic particles rule the world, you think that feelings rule the world. And everything is a matter of my feelings versus your feelings. As in my feelings versus your father's feelings. If I can just express my feelings, right? But then I have to control my feelings. Or swallow my pride, or better yet, if I can just put up with a little embarrassment. Well, let me tell you something, sweetheart. People are not emotional beanbags. What makes me tick, what makes me who I am, is what I believe in. What I believe to be right or wrong, fair or unfair. Yeah, I always wanted to be a doctor. But not if it means being trained to have as little respect for human dignity, not to mention human life, as your father does.
You don't know what you're talking about. At least I pray to God you don't. Scott, why do you think my father performed that operation? Do you honestly think that he sat there and thought, let me see, I don't like Scott Clark, maybe I'll kill his father?
I don't pretend to know what goes on in your father's mind, Heather.
Good, Scott, because he has his beliefs, too. And they're just as strong as yours and just as self-righteous sometimes. Scott, look. I respect your convictions, your values, whatever you call them, but I'm not under the illusion that they're superior to everyone else's just because they're yours. Scott, look, you have a choice. You love being a doctor, and you love this clinic. Now, you can keep on with the work we do here if you can attempt to reach an agreement with my father, one that doesn't put either one of you to shame. Don't you think it's worth at least a try?
Just bringing along a change of clothes for you, ma'am. For when you're through at the hospital.
No. Oh, no, I don't want to go there. There's all those people.
Ma'am, if you'd like a little more privacy, there's a clinic over on Alvarado that has an emergency room.
Hmm?
Radio ahead, make sure they're open. And find out what kind of staff's on at this hour. Can you walk okay?
Yeah.
Edith!
God. What? I'm so sorry. Where is he? No, don't go in there! Don't go in there! Don't go in there!
What?
The assailant's gone, sir.
I was raped in there.
Different. Summer's Eve from the Mouth.
How can anyone expect Kelly to face reality when her father refuses to do so?
I don't know what you two are arguing about. I don't think Kelly is going to care what either one of you think.
I don't know anybody who can work for you anyway.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Ted, if Arthur Donnelly comes to look for me...
Mom, don't go.
You know, maybe you should tell your headhunters to find a replacement for Kelly.
What? What did you say? What did you say to me, replacement for Kelly? What do you mean?
Offered her a job. General manager of this club.
She said yes?
You're not going to be happy, are you, until you have everyone in the family staying away from me?
I didn't twist her arm. As a matter of fact, your name didn't even come up.
Dad, wait, did she agree to it? Or did she just say politely, like, she'd think about it?
She said she would think about it, but it wasn't out of politeness.
You do anything you could. Anything you could to get back at me. How can you put Kelly in this kind of a position?
I didn't do anything to anybody. I happened to offer her an alternative job to a job that seems to be making her miserable, that's all.
You just do what you want because you always do anyway.
Sophie?
Dad.
What? What do you want?
Phone call.
Thank you. Hello. Yes? Eden? Why, what happened? That's your husband, then? Yeah, I'll be right down. Yes. Thank you for calling me.
What about Eden? Oh, my God, what?
Somebody broke in the house when Cruz wasn't. She's been raped.
Anybody here?
Before Scott does the examination, I need to ask you a couple of questions first, okay? Just to help him know what to look for.
All right. Preliminary report. We'll need a formal statement later.
If she's up to it. Eden, you're going to be asked a lot of questions tonight. If you don't feel like answering them, don't. There'll be plenty of time for that. You call the shots, all right?
I'm right here if you need me.
Cruz, it might be best if you wait out here for now, okay?
Do you want me to wait?
Just for a few minutes, Cruz.
Okay.
Single assailant, unidentified white male, vaginal and oral contact.
How long ago did this happen?
5 or 6 hours ago. What time is it?
It's around 10:30.
2 hours ago, then.
Was there a weapon?
He had a knife. It was a long knife. I don't know what kind.
Eden, that's okay. This isn't for a police report. Did he cut you with it?
I don't know. I have cuts, but I think they're from glass.
Did he hit you?
Yes.
Where?
Everywhere. We were fighting.
Did he hit your head? Did you lose consciousness, Eden? How many times?
The second time, he took me to the beach and put my head underwater. I thought he was gonna kill me, but he didn't. He made me swallow a pill.
Do you know what kind of a pill it was? Did it make you drowsy?
Yeah, I guess.
Eden, were you exposed to any bodily fluids other than semen, blood, urine? It's okay, Eden. It's okay. We don't have to talk about this anymore now, okay?
Cruz. Cruz.
Hey, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Eden, as Cruz can tell you, it's important for legal reasons that we run a medical examination as soon as possible. So I'm here whenever you're ready, okay?
Dr. Clark, may I have a word with you?
Sure.
So what are you doing here?
The hospital sent me over to examine Mrs. Castillo.
Look, I know that this is more your specialty than mine, but I know Eden. And I think she trusts me. Now, I perform these type of things in emergency.
Well, I'm sure that's all true, but it's really not a matter of specialties or who knows whom. It's, awkward for me to have to remind you of this, but you no longer have medical privileges here, remember? Now, if I could see the police report and the initial interview, if there's been one. Do you have any idea where you might have scratched him?
No.
On his back, his buttocks?
Anywhere I could.
I'm gonna give you some antibiotics just in case you were exposed to venereal disease.
What about AIDS?
Well, I think that's highly unlikely, but I'll check for it. Also, Eden, when was the last time that you had sexual intercourse prior to the rape?
They already asked me that question.
Well, you see, there's There's a method to our madness. You see, if you can give the same answers to the same questions, it might help down the line when they need to know if your mind and memory were clear tonight.
Well, if I'm ever being asked the same question, obviously my memory's okay, right?
All right. Eden, for your own sake, I'm going to give you the most thorough examination I can, even though it might prolong the unpleasantness. First of all, because of your health, and secondly, in case you might want to prosecute.
How likely do you think that'll be since I didn't see his face?
You see, thanks to modern medical technology, there's lots of different ways to make an identification. Your robe I'm going to have checked for hair and stray clothing fibers, blood, and I'll check your external bruises and lacerations. They might tell us something about your attacker, how tall he was, whether he was left-handed, maybe even dental information.
Right.
There's also a test for dried semen. It's hard to detect by usual means, but it fluoresces under ultraviolet light.
Well, I don't know, you know. I was in the water, and I think a lot of it might have washed off.
Well, all we can do is try. You want to catch him, don't you?
How soon can we start? The sooner we start, I can get a shower and get clean.
Hello? Yes, I'd like to report a break-in. No, it wasn't here. I was over at some friend's house. No one was hurt. At least I don't think so. No one was there. Yes, I know this is an emergency number. Fine. What is that number? Thank you. I will call that number.
Hello, Garver.
What the hell are you doing here? Oh!
On your feet, mister. I'm waiting.
What?
Think of this as the court-martial you so richly deserved all these years.
I want to know why she was brought to a clinic instead of city hospital.
She didn't want to be taken to city.
Capra, we're perfectly well equipped to handle rape trauma here. We've already had 3 cases. I'm sorry to say, just since the clinic reopened.
Why can't we see her now?
You can see her when the examination is finished. But I'd advise you, for her sake, to please turn down the emotional volume a little. Now, I know this is difficult for everybody concerned.
All right, we understand. Is she going to be all right?
She doesn't have to be hospitalized.
Thank God for that.
But she did take a pretty ugly beating. You may want to prepare yourselves. Excuse me.
I want you to tell me what the hell happened.
That's a good question.
It was the same guy, right? Same guy that was after at the studio?
You knew who this guy was? Why didn't you go out and get him?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they got him. I don't know.
Where were you?
Dad.
Don't dad me. Oh, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Where were you?
I was out of the house. I was called away.
You knew who this punk was? You knew he was after your wife, and you left her alone? Must have been a very important reason.
There was a shooting tonight. A police officer was seriously wounded.
That's right. I heard something about that on the radio.
They had the suspect cornered in this warehouse. The commissioner called me, said he couldn't get a tax squad there for a couple of hours. So would I go.
Hey, wait. A police commissioner?
Why would he call you? You're not even a public servant anymore.
Because he had me, Mr. C. He told me that Critter was the suspect, that they made a positive ID, and that I thought I would be making her safe. I thought I would be making her safe. You get it?
Of course you did. Dad, even if Cruz was there, there's no guarantee that he could have prevented this at all.
I would have prevented it, Ted.
Okay. I'm sorry.
wanted to be the one to bring this guy in. And I swear to you, I will make the man pay.
Excuse me. I know this conversation is none of my business, but Eden is. She doesn't need to hear this, and I certainly hope she won't.
Excuse me, miss, don't you think I know what to say to my own daughter?
I'm sure you know how to handle your own daughter, Mr. Capwell. But if you all start talking about this rape as though it were something that happened to you rather than her, she's going to feel even more alienated and alone than she does right now. Now, I think that we can all agree that as bruised as your own feelings are right now, Eden's have to come first.
Okay?
Okay.
If you could try to relax.
I am.
I don't want to hurt you.
You won't.
Well, that's basically that, at least for the pelvic exam.
Okay.
The police are going to want to keep your robe.
Good.
You've never had or been treated for any sexually transmitted diseases?
No.
Regular use of contraceptive devices or drugs?
No.
Eden, when was your last menstrual period?
Last month?
Well, when last month? Are you due?
Yes, soon, I think.
Are you allergic to any drugs?
No.
Have you ever been treated with progestin or estrogen?
No. I don't know. Maybe.
But you'd remember any adverse effects if you had them.
Yeah. Why?
Well, you can relax now. I'm going to write you a couple of prescriptions just as a precaution.
For what?
Well, you'll take 2 pills now and then 2 in 12 hours.
What for?
Well, you said that you were late, and it's just something to induce menses, that's all.
No.
I apologize. I guess I should have explained myself all at once and not piecemeal.
I don't care. I'm not taking anything.
Eden, of course, that's your choice, and I understand this is a sensitive area that brings up people's religious and personal convictions.
I said no.
Eden, I really think you have to think this through thoroughly.
I thought it through. Are we done?
Only if you're telling me that you're willing to accept pregnancy as a possible outcome of what happened to you tonight.
No. That won't happen.
I agree. It's very unlikely, but it's not absolutely zero.
It's not going to happen.
How do you know that? Eden, are you pregnant? No. Of course not. How could you know that? You haven't missed your menstrual period. Or is this just a strong suspicion you have?
You know, whatever it is, it's really none of your business, and I really don't want you talking to anybody about it.
No, but we have to find out.
Well, then we will find out. Because time will tell, you know, that's how it works.
Yeah, but I can't write a prescription.
Well, I'm not taking a prescription, so you're not going to be giving me any.
All right, all right. I'll draw some blood and
This examination is over. Can I please go change? Can you tell me where I can go
Eden,
change?
don't you want to know for your own peace of mind?
One has nothing to do with the other. I'm fine.
Hi, baby. What's my girl, huh?
All right.
You all right? Yeah?
Yeah.
We, tried to get Mom, but Mr. She's on a plane to New York.
Dr. Donnelly said we could stay with you for time with you. Is that okay?
Zach, are you all finished?
Not quite.
Yes.
Then it's finished.
Yes.
That is correct.
Do we have sufficient evidence to establish that a rape had occurred?
Who the hell are you to doubt her word?
Mr. Capwell, Scott is just asking whether the legal requirements of the exam have been met as well as the medical ones. Have you gotten all the specimens? And it's really up to Eden, huh? Eden, there's no rush. You can take a couple minutes with your family if you'd like, okay? So, how's it going?
I think she's gonna be fine. I wish she had stopped fighting me.
If she's got some fight left in her, I'd say that's an extraordinary sign of something. But what do I know? I don't have medical privileges here anymore. See you.
I didn't know whether we should call your sister or not.
No, there's no reason to wake her up. I'm really sorry this is taking so long.
Oh, come on, don't worry about us, huh?
Look, you want me to go home, like get you some fresh clothes?
No, they brought some. I think I'd like to talk to Heather for a minute.
Dr. Donnelly?
Yes.
Are you busy?
Not at all. Mind if I tie up the examining room?
Be my guest.
Yeah. You want me to come in there with you? I mean, I don't have to. I'll just stay here with your family. I'll be right inside.
Eden, is it upsetting for you to have your family here?
I don't know why it's upsetting, but I don't know what to say to them.
Well, if it's any consolation, Eden, they don't know what to say to you either.
I don't know what to say to Cruz. I feel like I'm shutting him out, and I don't know why. I feel like I owe him an explanation.
Has he asked you for one?
No, but I think he's probably wondering, you know, I mean, I don't think he, I just think he's probably wondering, you know, what happened.
They want you to worry about you. And that's not shutting them out. That's just taking care of business.
I think I'd like to take a shower now. Is there a place I can do that?
Yeah.
Is there gonna come a time when I'm not gonna feel this way? When it's gonna be all right?
There's no schedule to keep, Eden. It's different for everybody. You know, I think the hardest part for you, because you've always been so independent, is gonna be the feeling that you've lost that. You'll probably go through a phase where you feel helpless and powerless. But that's typical. All rape victims go through that. And it's very, very important for you to allow yourself to feel that. Okay? You know, it might be helpful to forewarn you that you probably won't see yourself the way that those around you do. They'll tell you that you're the same and that nothing's changed, and they'll mean it. But it may just make you feel like they really don't understand you at all.
There's one thing I don't understand.
What?
Why he didn't kill me.
Do you find yourself wishing that he had?
It would be a lot easier to explain, wouldn't it?
When will you be needing us again, sir?
It's hard to say. Just keep in touch. Good night.
Good night.
Coming up on the hour, stay tuned for News Update. Tonight's top story, Eden Capwell, daughter of oil and real estate tycoon C.C. Capwell, was brutally beaten and raped in her home this evening by an unknown assailant. Joan Guyette will have the story for you at midnight.
What do you mean, every man you've got? No, I don't understand. If every man you've... So they're all looking in the wrong place. Is that what you're telling? That's what you're telling me.
Lift to the drive over the door.
Thanks. About tomorrow?
I'd like to spend the morning with her at least, and then I'll take her by your place if she wants, or when you could come over to our place.
Where are you gonna be after that?
Doing what has to be done.
I'd still like to do this blood work.
Oh, one day isn't going to make much difference.
All right, tomorrow then.
You feeling any better, babe?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm ready. I'm all right.
Great, because the car's right up front. So,
Okay, well, what about, Daddy and Ted?
They can come along. It's okay with me.
Where are we going?
Home?
No, I don't want to go there. Daddy, can I come home with you? Can I come and stay at your house?
Of course you can, darling.
Hello, my name is Marcy Walker. Rape is a crime. It is a violent act of aggression against women which can produce emotional, physical, and mental trauma. If you've been raped, it's important for you to obtain speedy medical and psychological care. It is also important for you to notify the police. If you're a rape victim, please contact your local crisis center. Thank you.
Tonight, NBC presents the opening ceremonies of the 1988 Summer Olympic Games. Tom Brokaw, Bryant Gumbel, Dick Enberg, and Bob Costas host the gala festivities from Olympic Stadium in Seoul, South Korea.
Tonight, the world's finest will gather in Seoul as 11,000 athletes become Olympians in the greatest spectacle in all of sport. The opening ceremony of the Games of the 24th Olympiad. The Olympic Games, only on NBC.